inquiries. That means you don't have to call people. You don't have to call prospects. Prospects are going to find you. And that's going to bring you tremendous amount of attention, inquiries, and potential clients on board. If you're a startup company and if you're not getting clients, especially if you're in international market, what are the strategies that you can use? I have filmed several videos on this, but I still get a lot of phone calls from people. These companies are either software companies or contact centers or BPOs, and they're in international market. They're looking for international customers. They're spending heavy amounts for brokers, different tactics and strategies, but the results they're still not getting, even after spending 1 or 2 years in business. So what are the strategies? I learned my strategies after spending a lot of money, starting my own companies, working with different companies and clienteles, doing a lot of mistakes, traveling abroad, wasting money. I have, all these mistakes that have taught me, and I keep sharing it because now I have reached to a level where I get clients on autopilot mode. Clients comes to me, they inquire about my services, they ask me what services do you offer, and they're ready to pay that money. And why does that happen? There are a couple of things. One thing that I have observed in entrepreneurs and startup company owners is they're heavily dependent on cold calling. But cold calling never works if you are selling your services, and if this is a strategic decision for the prospects, they are not going to answer your cold calls and spend minutes and then purchase your services. It's not going to happen. So cold calling is not a right option at all. Cold calling works when you are selling some small ticket items. If you're selling some websites and antivirus and magazines or airline tickets, where the decision making is easy and it's a one-time decision making, then cold calling definitely works. But if you're selling your services, like if you're running an offshore center, you're running a software company or contact center or BPO, and you expect your clients and prospects to take those services from you, to hire people or agents or employees from you, this is a strategic level decision. It is not an operational level decision. So they're making a very important decision in their business. Many times these decision makers, they are not making the decisions by themselves, but there are several people involved in decision making, like presidents or vice presidents or CEOs and subject matter experts or consultants. So it does take time. So that's why you cannot sell your services on a cold call. So what is required? What things you can implement? See, if you have heavy budgets and if you're doing direct sales and meeting the clients, generating appointments, visiting the clients, attending association conferences and industry conferences, that definitely helps, but it is a cost intensive affair. You have to have enough cash in bank account to do this type of activities. But if you have budget constraints and if you still want to get clients, it's absolutely possible. From my own experiences, all the inquiries which comes to me is actually by communicating it to the clients where they are present. Social media, content marketing on several platforms. I have been saying it all the time, but it's not so easy for entrepreneurs to produce and distribute consistent content at a scale. It's not so easy. It takes hard time, it takes efforts, because you're not going to get the results within 1 month. It's going to take time. But once you start getting results, once you produce huge amount of content in your niche, in your industry, people are going to start recognizing you as a subject matter expert in that particular area. And then you are going to start receiving inbound inquiries. That means you don't have to call people, you don't have to call prospects. Prospects are going to find you. They're going to find you on internet anyhow, on any platforms, on Google, on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, on all these platforms, just because you are creating organic content. Now, if you have budgets, that same content you can sponsor it and run it in front of a specific audience. So if you're focusing on particular industries in a particular geographical area, then you can actually have a certain budget to run those advertisements. The same video, same blog post, same article what you have created, the same content can be shown to a specific number of people just by paying some money to YouTube or Facebook. And that's going to bring you tremendous amount of attention, inquiries, and potential clients on board. So it's definitely possible that you can get international clients if you stay consistent with this strategy. It takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. You must have some patience. And that's the beauty of thing, that not everyone can do it. That is why very few people can be consistent and disciplined in creating content. But if you do that, so if you have a team, or if you outsource it, or if you do it by yourself, if you can do it, it's going to bring you immense results. I guarantee you on that. The only thing what will stop you by doing content is you giving excuses to yourself. Either it could be a fear that why you should create it, somebody from your network, your colleagues, your friends, your family, somebody will watch that content. What will be their judgment? This is an anxiety, or this is an internal feeling or thoughts in your mind. That's going to stop you. But apart from that, I don't see any other reason for not doing it. Or the second thing, it could be impatience. That you produce something, you are expecting some results, people want, you want people to purchase your services or products, and that's not going to happen overnight, and eventually you are going to give up. So if you leave that fear behind, and if you have some patience, I strongly encourage you to start producing content as much as possible. Start it from today and see the results. If you're struggling to get international clients, make sure to leave me a comment. If you need any help, WhatsApp me on +91 9511 841 495 and ask me your questions. I will be happy to help you. Thank you. See you in the next video.